This week, GPT-4o1 came out and it's the smartest model on the market. It basically can do reasoning and thinking before it gives you an answer, and it can actually solve problems more than even GPT-4o could do. In this video, I'm going to go through their paper and I'm going to show some examples of me using it. This is the news they released. They're talking about how they refine the thinking process and different strategies of recognizing their mistakes. And they were able to perform things similar to a PhD student on challenging benchmarks. So they have videos on like how it applies to physics, genetics, economics, and then like software as well. So, and they also have a mini one. For all this stuff, it's not really relevant to us. What's relevant is every week you can use 30 messages and 50 on the mini one. So I don't think it's for full launch, but it's pretty cool to test so far. Now, if you go read the paper, they talk about all these metrics. Basically what they said was that the reinforcement learning, they trained it to do reinforcement learning on chain of thought. And that's why it's called GPT-4o1 and not like GPT-5, right? Because they're just making it a little bit better. They haven't actually changed the full architecture. They're just using chain of thought to the next level. And then they give you all these evals. Again, don't trust in these evals. They're never true. Basically, they hit the chain of thought when they're doing it, right? So here's an example where they have a cipher and it says think of the steps and use this example above to decode it. And on the left here, it just gives you the steps. And then here, they actually go and decode it, right? And it goes to all these steps. If a human was to do it normally, this will take a lot of time, right? So this is really cool. For coding, their example here, where basically they want to transpose this matrix onto the other one. This is kind of meh. And then there's other examples in math and stuff. But for me, like I'm more focused on like how does this apply to people who code AI products. I made a few prompts that I think will be very good at testing the scenarios. So here, we have this one. If anyone's ever played Wordle or Anagrams, basically, I wanted to tell me what is the best 5-letter word that can help me get all the vowels so that I can guess the most number of letters, right? So let's see how it responds. So first it starts thinking, and then it chooses the words, and then it actually tells you all the steps. I wonder if this is actually a real word. I don't think it's a real word. Oh, really? Wow, it really is a real word. So this is pretty good. I wouldn't think of this. Like usually when I do it, I use words like radio. I forgot what the other ones I use, but this is pretty cool. And if you click this, it'll show you how it thought through the process. So this is pretty neat. Okay, let's go to the next example. So next example is this. Basically, we have a list of people. We have Alex, Chris, Christopher, Sidang, and then each person has like an attribute, right? So Alex hates Ben hates Vic, Tom hates Thing. And basically, we want to create 3 equal teams with no conflicts if possible. So this is a really hard logic problem, and there's a lot of circular logic. So let's see how it performs. It's very interesting that it tells you exactly each step it does. It's taking a lot longer than I thought to solve this. Huh, it's still going. It looks like it's part going in a circle loop right now, probably. And that's why it's taking so long. And it looks like it solved it properly. Wow. It took a while, but it got it right. So that's pretty cool. Okay, next what I have it's the encryption one, but we do it differently. So basically what I did was I took the text, this is a secret, and I use base 2 to encode it, then I use base 5 to encode it, then I use base 64 to encode it, and then basically that's the text above, and I wanted to be able to figure out how to decrypt it and figure out which variations that you use. And basically once it gets the correct cipher, it should use AES to decrypt it with the key secret. So let's see if it can actually do this, because if it can do this, this is super cool. This means that the AI can actually start cracking passwords and like doing like rainbow like dictionary tags and so forth, because like now you can actually have it figure out how to test the encryption. Oh, it's taking a lot longer than I thought. But if the AI is able to figure out all the different combinations and try all of them, that's like mind blowing. And that looks like it's the right answer, I think. So basically, it started with base 64 decoding. Then it interpreted the result as base 5, so it decoded again as base 5. And then it decoded it into base 2. And then it used AES to decrypt it, and yep, it got the answer. This is crazy. Like this kind of answer, like this is really next level. Crazy. So next one, this is a logic problem. So basically here, I want to give it an impossible scenario, right? So if a mountain is made of snow, melts from the top, but grows taller at the same time, how long will it take for the snow at the bottom to reach the peak? So the answer should be it's not possible. It's interesting, no matter what the problem is, it's still taking a long time. So what's the answer? It looks like I got stuck. All right, let's try again. I know this is still preview, so maybe that's why it got stuck. It already got stuck twice, so that's unfortunate. It's interesting you give this answer. So let me try one more. So this one is, I guess, more interesting to me. So I want to see if it can write me code. So basically here I have a problem. Basically, I want you to make an application with the following: a login screen with the input email and password. For admin, we will see a layout being a menu on the left with dashboard, orders, users, setting, and tickets, and logout. And the page content on the right, you will see 4 widgets on the dashboard: number of free, users free for sign up date, revenue from orders with drop downs, 30 days, 3 months, 1 year, number of refunds, bug tickets for state. We'll see an orders page, a settings page, a tickets page, and a users page. And then I also specify a user portal. So I did this exact code on Replit before, and it failed miserably. So let's see if the AI can actually think through this and solve this. And it got stuck again, so that's interesting. Okay, so let's refresh. Let's try again. Okay, so first it starts with technology stack. This is what they would use. This would be the database schema. That looks pretty correct. Application structure, login, admin, users, authentication, layout. Yeah, that looks like a full plan. And then now it's giving the snapshot code. Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Like it actually thought through everything and got everything done. So that's pretty cool. And then the last one is, this is kind of cheeky, it's basically how many words in the response of this prompt. So this is like a trick question, because when it checks the number of question answers, then it can actually ask itself again. Huh. See, in knowledge, it's a paradox. So it said 1700 words. So basically, it took all these texts and it realized it was a paradox. So far, just testing GPT-4o1 is crazy. It's really smart and it has a lot of potential. It's just a little bit slow and a little bit buggy, but this is really game changing. And like they were saying that if they can keep doing more reinforcement learning, it'll only get smarter. So I hope to see more from it, but this is already very good.